Hello, and welcome to Focus on Design with Hunter Industries. This is our new platform to share ideas and resources regarding landscape and irrigation design topics. I'm Bryce Carnell, and today we are discussing irrigation design education. Now, as a manufacturer, it's our responsibility to ensure that the people designing, installing, and maintaining our products understand how to use them correctly, safely, and to their fullest potential. Now, as a stakeholder in the landscape industry, we advocate for efficient resource use. So we want to ensure that professionals are given the tools needed to make educated decisions on design, product application, and proper management of irrigation systems. Joining us from the virtual Hunter University classroom is Greg Rosink, our product training specialist, and he's going to share more about what Hunter is doing to invest in industry education. Greg, thanks for being here. And will you share a little bit of the history of Hunter's education ventures?
Of course, Bryce. Thank you. Glad to be here. You know, training was something that we've always been committed to from the initiation of Hunter Industries back in 1981. Ed had a vision that he wanted to have support with all of the products that he developed. And that really moved down the timeline to all of the generations of Hunter CEOs and family members that have helped build this company to what it is. Now, training from a forefront has always been our sales team in the field. They have always been our first source for training opportunities. But we've really developed with technology and the way that the industry has changed, and we wanted to be forefront leaders on the way that training has been done. So today we have online training, virtual classroom training, in-person training, training in your office with the professionals, with our sales teams. And it's just snowballed into this wonderful thing. And it all kind of got kicked off when somebody asked Richard Hunter back in 1992, they said, "What do you see the single most important future challenge for Hunter Industries being?" And I'm going to read the quote because he said it very well. He said, "Education will have to be the cornerstone of everything we do in years to come. We must educate suppliers, employees, and customers to make sure they have the best available tools to get the job done. We must be willing to push the envelope of our own capability and the knowledge of our customers if we are going to be leaders." And I think that that was well said. That was a powerful statement that really got the ball rolling on the dedication that we have to training here at Hunter now.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Those are some great words from Mr. Hunter there too, so thank you. Now, I'm curious, how do you see designers using these resources?
Well, designers can get a lot out of our educational opportunities on the product side and understand what the designers need to know. I mean, physically touching things, seeing things, understanding products from a scale size to what you're going to be putting into the plans. There's a lot of opportunity for our sales team to work on training with you, as well as what we're doing in a virtual standpoint. So going on and utilizing some of the virtual resources that we have, the online training program, you can go in there and you can learn a lot about our products, their applications, get some scale size for them. So, you know, when you're putting a master valve and a flow sensor in, you're starting to understand the scale of the size that that's going to take up on the property. You know, so those are things that you can learn from that standpoint. But we also have a lot of information in the design aspect. So I teach design classes all over the country. I'll meet up with our sales team and we'll go out and we'll do design courses with professionals in the field. But we also have some design resources on our website as well. So if you are more interested in that, you could sit down with a cup of coffee, log in, and check out one of the design programs that we have to help our users, our designers, our specifiers better understand the practices in designing these systems.
Well, that's great. You know, we're not only talking about product and training on product, but we're training how to use the product in a design application. That's wonderful. Now, we often hear from customers, you know, are there any credits associated with the education quarters, continued education credits or CEUs?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we've offered through our online classes for our in-person classes and even our virtual in-person classes, if you will. We partnered with the IAA in offering CEUs on almost all of our web-based training and webinars as well as for some of the more specifier specific or design specific courses, we've partnered with ASLA and the LACES program to get continued education units there as well. So again, another opportunity to grab a cup of coffee or your beverage of choice and sit back and learn a little bit about what we're doing in the industry and having that apply to, maybe your licensure and keeping that up with CEUs and stuff.
Okay, so I got my cup of coffee. I'm sitting down in front of my computer. Where do I go to find all these resources you're talking about?
Well, a great place to start is Hunter University, which was our online training program developed more recently. And to be honest with you, we didn't even have an online presence until 2009. And our online training program was dedicated to training our sales professionals in the field. That really opened it up to, hey, why don't we train our distributors? Why don't we train our contractors? Why don't we train designers? And then to some of our other business units. Now, this is a great place to start, training.hunterindustries.com, where we've snowballed and developed this great online training platform, better known as Hunter University. So visit there. Another great place to go is to the designer resources tab on the website. There's a lot of tools there for designers, calculators, tools, CAD details, things like that are really beneficial. And then I think one of the most important pieces of information you need to keep and take away from you today is know your salesperson. Know who's responsible for meeting with you and talking to you about the products, because they'll be able to come in and do some serious training with you there. It's a great opportunity. The easiest place to start, though, is probably Hunter University and training.hunterindustries.com.
So you've talked about a lot of different resources here. It seems like there's a ton of value. How much would it cost someone to participate in these trainings?
Well, I think that kind of goes back to the quote earlier that Richard had, and in the power of what we wanted to accomplish and being leaders in the industry for training. And to do that, we decided that the best way to get people trained at a high level was to do it for free. So all of our online training platform is free to access. All of the modules, all of the videos, everything that we have is free to access. Now, another great tool is that we do free in-person trainings too. So sometimes it's not a bad idea to reach out to your salesperson if you do want a little bit more training, and maybe there's going to be something in your local area, or maybe there's an opportunity to come out to San Diego and do some training on a fly-in. Those are also great opportunities to learn about our products, meet the people that are developing them, and have a conversation about how we can, improve the products and what we can do in the future to make your guys' job easier. So it really isn't just about training, but it's about being part of the conversation and the education that we have moving forward.
Yeah, we're covering a lot of information, and I think we're just barely we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg here with what's offered at the Hunter University site and with sales trainings and things like that. As we wrap up here, are there any last thoughts that you'd like to share?
I want to read the quote one more time because I just love it. Richard said, "Education will have to be the cornerstone of everything that we do in years to come. We must educate suppliers, employees, and customers to make sure that they have the best available tools to get the job done." That's so powerful. The right tools to get the job done. And we must be willing to push the envelope of our own capabilities and the knowledge of our customers if we are going to be leaders. I think ending with that and just sending you off with that powerful message just shows you that we're here to help you out. We're here to support you in your jobs and make sure that we're giving you the right materials to get the job done. So never hesitate to reach out to me or any one of your sales professionals in the area, requesting information, requesting training, seeing if there's something that we can do to help you guys out, because that's what we're here for. That's a support network, really.
I appreciate that, Greg. Thank you so much for sharing. And we're hoping that you, or the people watching the video here now, have gained some insight to our education platform today and found something that might interest you. So we need to understand that managing resources like water and electricity is a very significant task. And understanding how to do so in an efficient and safe manner raises the professionalism of our entire industry and really benefits the communities in which we all live, work, and play. Thank you again for joining us as we focus on design with Hunter Industries.